Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the history of the first peoples of the Americas. We often have a simplified image of Native American life before European contact, but the reality is incredibly rich, complex, and often truly surprising. Forget the stereotypes, we're uncovering 10 aspects of Native American history and culture, often overlooked in standard history books, that might just shock and amaze you with their sophistication and ingenuity. Let's get started. Number 1. Vast urban centers predating European cities. Think massive cities are just an old world thing. Think again. Long before London or Paris reached their medieval peaks, huge urban centers thrived in North America. The most famous is Cahokia, near modern-day St. Louis. Around 1050 AD, it was larger than London at the time, with estimates of 10,000, 20,000 residents in the city core and tens of thousands more in the surrounding area. It featured enormous earthen mounds, plazas, sophisticated construction, and a complex social structure. It wasn't alone. Other mound-building cultures created significant settlements across the Mississippi and Ohio River valleys. This wasn't just scattered tribes. This was organized urban life on a grand scale. Number 2. Masters of agriculture, who feed the world. Many staple foods we eat every single day originated in the Americas, thanks to the incredible agricultural innovation of native peoples. We're talking corn, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, squash, peppers, vanilla, chocolate, the list goes on. They didn't just discover these plants, they spent millennia selectively breeding and domesticating them. Techniques like the Three Sisters planting corn, beans, and squash together in a symbiotic system were incredibly efficient and sustainable. Their agricultural genius literally changed the global diet forever. Number 3. Sophisticated understanding of astronomy and mathematics. Ancient native cultures possessed deep knowledge of the stars and complex mathematical systems. While the Mayan calendar and concept of zero in Mesoamerica are more widely known, North American peoples also tracked celestial movements with incredible precision. Sites like Chico Canyon in New Mexico feature buildings aligned perfectly with solar and lunar cycles, used for calendrical and ceremonial purposes. This required sophisticated observation, record-keeping, and understanding of geometry and astronomy woven directly into their architecture and daily lives. Number 4. Complex systems of governance and diplomacy. Forget the idea of simple tribal structures. Many native nations developed complex political systems. The Haudenosaunee or Iroquois Confederacy, founded centuries before the United States, is a prime example. It was a sophisticated confederation of nations with a constitution, separation of powers, and representative councils. It emphasized diplomacy and consensus building. Historians even debate its influence on the framers of the US Constitution. Many other nations had equally intricate systems for law, trade, and intertribal relations. Number 5. Advanced medical knowledge and practices. Native healers developed extensive pharmacopoeias, identifying and utilizing thousands of plants for medicinal purposes. Their knowledge of treating wounds, setting bones, and using anesthetics and antiseptics was often far advanced compared to contemporary European practices. For instance, willow bark, containing the active ingredient in aspirin, was used for pain relief. Some cultures even practiced sophisticated procedures, possibly including forms of surgery like trepanation, drilling holes in the skull, evidenced by archaeological findings. Number 6. Actively shaping the landscape for sustainability. The idea of a pristine, untouched American wilderness before Columbus is largely a myth. Native peoples actively managed their environments for millennia. They used controlled burns to clear underbrush, promote the growth of useful plants, improve grazing for animals like bison, and make travel easier. They built extensive irrigation systems, terraced hillsides for farming, and practiced resource management that sustained large populations without depleting the environment. They weren't just living in nature, they were actively shaping it. Number 7. Extensive trade and communication networks. North America was crisscrossed by vast trade networks long before Europeans arrived. Goods, ideas, and cultural practices traveled thousands of miles. Seashells from the Gulf Coast have been found in the Great Lakes region, obsidian from the Rockies in the Midwest, and copper from Lake Superior across the continent. These weren't isolated groups. They were connected through complex systems of trails, river routes, and established trade relationships spanning diverse cultures and environments. Number 8. mind-blowing linguistic and cultural diversity. It's impossible to overstate the diversity. Before European contact, there were likely over 500 distinct nations in North America speaking hundreds of different languages, belonging to numerous distinct language families as different from each other as English is from Chinese. Each group had unique social structures, spiritual beliefs, artistic traditions, and ways of life adapted to their specific environment. Lumping them all together as Native Americans masks an incredible spectrum of human culture. Host number 9. Remarkable hygiene and health practices. Contrary to some colonial-era prejudices, many Native American cultures placed a high value on cleanliness and health. Frequent bathing, often daily, was common in many societies, utilizing rivers, lakes, and structures like sweat lodges for both physical and spiritual purification. This often stood in stark contrast to the hygiene standards prevalent in Europe at the time. Their diet, rich in diverse nutrients and often leaner than European diets, also contributed to general health before the introduction of Old World diseases. Number 10. Unparalleled resilience and cultural endurance. Perhaps the most profound, though often somber, secret is the sheer resilience of Native peoples. Despite centuries of disease, warfare, forced displacement, broken treaties, cultural suppression policies like boarding schools, and systemic discrimination, Native cultures have endured. Languages are being revitalized, traditions are practiced and adapted, and sovereign nations continue to fight for their rights and maintain their identity. Their continued presence and vitality today is a testament to incredible strength and endurance against overwhelming odds. So there you have it, 10 aspects of Native American history and culture that challenge common perceptions and reveal incredible depth, ingenuity, and resilience. This barely scratches the surface of the rich tapestry of Indigenous life in the Americas, past and present. It's crucial we move beyond stereotypes and appreciate the complexity and contributions of these diverse cultures. Let these secrets inspire you to learn more, seek out resources from Native creators and educators, and acknowledge the ongoing history and presence of Indigenous peoples. What surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration. Thanks for watching, and remember to approach history with curiosity and respect. See you next time!